Morning, everyone. Greg here. John's behind the camera. Once again, we are in Midtown Comics Times Square. Let's give you a look at the latest new releases, so let's get right to it. First up, we have Dark Horse Comics. The Strain... this is focusing on Quinlan, I believe is how you pronounce it. I watched the show, but... yeah. So let's give a quick preview of this. I'll show one more page. Let's move on to DC Comics. They have a lot of big releases today. So as you can see, a few releases from Dark Horse. Of All-Star Batman #4. I believe this is the penultimate chapter of the first story arc with Two-Face. Once by Declan Shalvey and Jordi Belair with the visuals, and Scott Snyder writes. Appears to just be having a ton of fun, giving Batman new gadgets. And it's also got a very interesting story. And out of the element that you expect to see him in. He's not fields and everything, so it's interesting to see Batman taken out of his element. And John Romita Jr., but you also have just brilliant jock covers in each chapter. There's also a new Detective Comics. I know some of you out there are saying, what, more Batman? This series has been focusing on the supporting characters. You have Batwoman, you have Cassandra Cain, you have Spoiler. Tim Drake was a big part of the first story. And then moving on, we have Gotham Academy, a book that I've been enjoying a lot, Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is Jason Todd. He's quote-unquote working for Black Mask, and he's with Bizarro and Amazonian. And got a cool cover here with a bunch of different versions of Superman. And then we have a new chapter of Deathstroke. I believe this is the start of a brand new story. We also have Doom Patrol #3, which is part of DC's Young Animal line. We also have Earth 2 Society #18. New chapter of The Flash. So if you're loving the show, please do yourself a favor and read this comic as well. It's very enjoyable. And we also have a new chapter of Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps. And then we get into one of DC's really big releases today. It's a brand new #1 issue from their Young Animal line. Jody Houser and Tommy Lee Edwards' Mother Panic. Let me take the primary cover there. Oh, it's got a bend on the front, so you know what? I will buy this cover, so no one else has to. I'll buy this copy. Give a quick preview of it.
And just for clarification, you did not do the bend.
That is correct. I'm innocent this time. So, let's look at DC's latest series, Mother Panic. I'll buy this one. We also have a new chapter of Scooby Apocalypse #7. And then, if you're loving Supergirl on the CW, give her comics a shot as well. It's by Steve Orlando. You know what? Let me give a preview of this, because I know there's some people out there who love the show. Maybe they haven't checked out the comic yet. So hopefully this will motivate you to get more of Supergirl in your life. I'll show one more page. A lot of comics to get to this week. Alright, so once again, Supergirl #3. We also have a brand new chapter of Action Comics. Then we also have new Superman, which has been... I only read the first one. I'll admit I'm behind, but I really, really like the first one, and I really want to catch up soon. We also have a new Superwoman and a new Wonder Woman. And before we move on to some of the Vertigo and indie stuff, let's scroll up and look at all the new releases. All the Neil Gaiman fans out there, Sandman Overture, got a collection of that. Green Lantern Corps, Edge of Oblivion, That was Tom Taylor and Ethan Van Sciver, both very talented individuals, of course. If you really love Hellboy, you really love Justice League, boom. Dark Horse and DC Comics have released that. And we also have Space Ghost, a few others. And now, as you can see down here, new Wonder Woman, great cover there. We have new Clean Room, you have the Lost Boys. Then we get into Boom. There's a new comic called Namesake. I have no idea what this is. John, do you?
Boom is doing a WWE book.
But do you know what it's called? Then, Now, Forever? So
I think that's it, yeah.
So a quick preview for everyone out there who loves wrestling. Put this back here. We have a new chapter of Back to the Future, and then the big release from IDW that I am very excited about. Earlier this year, DC and IDW teamed up to publish a crossover between Batman and the Ninja Turtles, focused on the comic book versions. Now we have the animated versions. This is Kevin Conroy's Batman teaming up with the current Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles. We have a Kevin Eastman cover. So let me give you guys a quick look at this. I flipped through it already. It looks like a lot of fun. I'd be betraying my younger self if I didn't buy this and read it. I love that. By the way, to all the fellow Ninja Turtle fans out there, the current show is really good, the Ninja Turtles one. I was very skeptical about it at first. It looked like maybe they were focusing too much on making it appealing just to younger viewers, but it's a very well-written, very entertaining show. So as you can see, classic Batman, the animated series Batman. Classic Two-Face, current incarnation of the Ninja Turtles. Can't wait to read this. We also have Star Trek, The Killer Inside Me, some X-Files, Weird Love. Then we start getting into Image Comics. We have Cannibal, Casanova, Glitter Bomb, Fuse, Green Valley. Image just has such a great variety of titles. There really is something for everyone over there. And if we move on, plenty of new releases, but the one I want to highlight today, Violent Love, Frank Barbieri, Victor Santos. So let me give you guys a quick preview and tell you why you should be excited about this. John and I both read it yesterday. Both really, really enjoyed it. Very good crime story so far. Has an ending that makes you want to immediately read the next one. Just pulls you right into the story and just doesn't let go. It's really good stuff. And the reason you should pick it up, if you're in the New York City area, we actually have a signing with Frank Barbieri and Victor Santos this Friday at Midtown Comics downtown. That's located on 64 Fulton Street with both Frank and Victor, and it's going to be from 7 to 8 p.m. So once again, Violent Love, #1, pick it up. Stop by Midtown Comics downtown Friday from 7 to 8. Say hi to the creators, get a sign, get some other comics signed by them. Have a good time. We look forward to seeing you there. And we're going to announce more signings soon, so keep an eye out. And then we have a few collections up here. John will do a quick pan of those. Now we go into Marvel, and this is a big week for them. Let me just get this out of the way. So as you can see, we have the Uncanny Avengers #16. Potential spoiler there if you're behind on Civil War 2. But then one of the biggest releases, Black Panther, World of Wakanda. I'm going to select the Scotty Young variant and give you guys a look at that. I'll show 1 or 2 more pages. So once again, for all the people who fell in love with T'Challa in Captain America Civil War, you now have another way to enjoy his world, the world of Wakanda. As you can see, quite a few covers to choose from. We also have a brand new chapter of Steve Rogers' Captain America. There's obviously more to the story than the two-word twist of Hail Hydra. There's a lot of context involved. So I recommend reading it and forming your own opinion. Hopefully you enjoy it, because we certainly have been. All right, then we also have a brand new Daredevil. And then, a fun book for some people out there, Deadpool, Back in Black. Do a quick look at this. This is, of course, the Venom symbiote on Deadpool. Before it got on Eddie Brock, after it left Peter Parker, found itself on Wade Wilson. Match made in heaven, obviously. I love Salva Espin's animated artwork. It's perfect for a story like this. I believe Cullen Bunn's the writer. I'll show one more page. Only in a Deadpool book. And we also have Gwenpool, and then we get into another one of Marvel's big releases today, Invincible Iron Man #1. Before we look at our Midtown exclusive, I'm going to give you guys a preview. Once again, an adorable Scotty Young cover. So let's take a look at it. I read this issue yesterday, enjoyed it a lot. Could definitely use more of that today. Positivity. And I'll show one more page. So no matter how you feel about this being called Invincible Iron Man, I recommend checking it out. Go in with an open mind. Hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I did. It's a fun introduction to Riri Williams if you're unfamiliar with her. And obviously we also have a Midtown Comics exclusive cover by J. Scott Campbell. Riri in her armor. We have those available, of course, in-store and online. And J. Scott Campbell made a cover for the second issue, which will be revealed sometime later today, I believe. So keep an eye out. And before we move on, obviously you can see there's quite a few covers. And we also have quite a few new collections from Marvel. Deadpool v. Gambit. That is now collected. So if you missed out on seeing the Raging Cajun and the Merc with the Mouth go at it in a silly team-up, there you go. Civil War II, Choosing Sides. Those were several smaller stories collected in issues, and now it's all collected. He wrote and illustrated a story with Nick Fury Jr. And for all the Gwenpool fans, there's the Gwenpool collection. If you're really loving Guardians of the Galaxy, really excited for Volume 2, boom, Rocket Raccoon and Groot. According to Court of Nerds, it's a fun, wacky ride. Who am I to say otherwise? And then if you missed out on Runaways, it's being reprinted in a collection. And there's also Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, and there's also The Deadly Hands of Kung Fu with Shang-Chi and Iron Fist. So let's see what this mega collection entails. So it shows just some of the issues there. Hopefully we see him in the Marvel Netflix shows. That'll be awesome. Alright, so as you can see, quite a few Invincible Iron Man covers. We also have Mosaic, second issue. This is a big one for Marvel, so I'm going to show you a preview. I'll show one or two more pages. Alright, let's continue down the new release wall. We also have a new chapter of Power Man and Iron Fist. So if you're enjoying Marvel's Netflix shows, check this out. It's the 10th issue, but as you can see, it has a #1 up there, which means it is the start of a new story arc. It's the first issue, so it's a jumping on point. So let's give you a quick preview. So if you really like Luke Cage, if you're excited about Iron Fist, come on, it's an obvious recommendation. Great story. I'll show one more page. Alright. So now we have the second chapter of Solo. A reprint, a second printing of Spider-Man Dead No More, The Clone Conspiracy. just in time, of course, for the second chapter of the Clone Conspiracy. I'm not going to give you a preview of that because it's, a spoiler. Let's say you missed out on this issue, you don't know how it ended. I don't want to ruin that ending for you. There's also a brand new chapter of Spider-Man and Deadpool. I mean, it's an obvious recommendation if you love either character. I think Joe Kelly he is not writing this issue, but still, it's got Scott Koblish illustrating. Love his work. And we have a brand new Spider-Man series called The Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #1. It's preview time. Jerry Conway and Ryan Stegman. Looks like it begins with him fighting Scorpion. Yep. Alright. One more page. So once again, brand new series starting today. This has been an adaptation of Star Wars The Force Awakens. So if you really, really, really love the movie and you want to experience it in a totally new way, there you go. There's also a new chapter of All New X-Men and Uncanny X-Men with Psylocke and Mystique on the cover. Sebastian, are you comfortable going on camera for a second? It's live. No. You're good? All right. He's hard at work. I won't bother him. So yeah, that's it for today's look at the new releases. Obviously, a lot of great comics out there. I'm really excited to read Batman Ninja Turtles #1. Once again, we have a Violent Love signing this Friday. Midtown Comics downtown, 7 to 8 p.m. Downtown is on 64 Fulton Street. The writer and the artist of the comic will be there. So it's a brand new Image series. Stop by, read the comic, let them know what you think about it, get it signed, say hi. Have a good time. We'll be there. Say hi if you see us. So that's it for this week, and no matter how you feel about the election results, just remember, be good to each other. The world can always use more kindness.